So, last time you all decided, hey, we're going to explore more of this bunker. And while we explore that bunker, you all were deciding, hey, needed to help out uh, Dr. Balamude, or Bartholomew, just, yeah, Dr. Balamude. And so Dr. Balamude's like, hey, do me a favor so I can actually trust you, that you're not with those, like, fucking crazy punks or whatever. Virgil did a fantastic job and fixed up his sex bot, in which, Virgil's probably covered his hands in all kinds of ancient pre-war
Gross.
stains.
Yeah. I, I also, um, yeah, I give Virgil the directions for the sex bot, the schematics for the sex bot. Here, and I just tell him, here, I didn't realize you were going to be playing with one of those. Here's the manual.
That now.
So I imagine you'll hand that to him when you regroup with him. However,
Yep.
right now you are down here with Lena.
Yep.
They were actually waiting for you to go through that while you finished my thing.
Well, they said they were
Uh,
exploring down here.
yeah, I opened the door and got radiation poison as fuck.
Yeah, he didn't want to go in there. So do you want to go
It was
meet it
real.
back up with Virgil?
Yeah, it was real bad. The door was real bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there.
Okay. So as you reunite with Virgil, you give him the manual. Virgil, you now have a sex bot manual for. It is a manual written by a scientist on how to convert military equipment into free use, personal civilian use.
Yeah, I didn't know you were trying to specialize in that, man. Here, I found a book on it.
I am not trying to specialize in that. I did not realize what I was fixing.
You sure you don't want to get handsy with Sergeant Steel Tips?
I am absolutely sure. But I would not mind offering the book to the doctor so that he can maintain his own robot from now on.
Well, thank you kindly. Now, you've held up your end of the bargain. What were you. What were you wanting from me again?
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. We just woke up. We don't really know what the fuck's going on. Well, I mean, we were looking for food, shelter, you know, weapons to protect ourselves. Because I don't know what the hell's going on out here. Some guy shot this little girl.
He looks down at Elena with, like, a deadpan kind of look and looks back at you. Yeah, that happens.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to shoot kids. It's against the law.
The law? There hasn't been a government law here in. Oh, let's see here. 50 or 80 years.
What happened?
Well, the glorious United States thought it'd be a grand idea to launch nuclear weapons at China. And China thought it'd be a grand idea to launch them back. Don't you know your history, kid?
I think we were asleep
Um,
through most of it.
yeah. I just woke up like yesterday.
Well, welcome to hell, kid. God's forsaken you.
Can you help us?
That depends. What are you wanting help with?
I mean, like Sven said, we need help with food and shelter and weapons. Uh, any kind of guidance you can give us.
We'll even vacate your premises and leave you alone.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm absolutely okay with that.
Weren't you guys trying to get something else out of him before? Like why he was here or something?
We asked him why he was here.
True.
It's been a week, so the DM's lost a little bit of his
Yeah,
knowledge.
we didn't really have a goal in coming here. We thought that maybe this would be like a military compound.
Thought it was
that's why we
abandoned.
came,
So
Well,
because I'm a military guy, so I came to what I thought was a military compound.
if
to
you're
try to
wanting
get help.
knowledge, I'm gonna stop with the raspiness for a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, man, you're good.
If you're wanting knowledge, then I guess I can help you a little bit. He sits down in his chair and begins to smoke a little bit. Begins to smoke a little bit as he says, "So, once the bombs dropped here, there was a couple different things that happened. People got together, formed groups in little taverns and all kinds of civilization. However, as the time went on, your vaults never opened. So, the world on the outside got a hell of a lot different. In those 50 to 80 years before your vaults were supposed to open, it's been more like 120 years. But in that time, many factions have come to pass. Many people have rose and fall. What you gotta worry about is a few of the not-so-nice guys that are around this area."
Yeah, we ran into them.
Specifically, I'd recommend, if you want some kind of law, try to head towards the raider posts over to the west. If you're looking for a little bit more of the country folk, I'd recommend heading east. However, whatever you do, don't go near Lake Vendor. Don't
What
go
direction
near
is that
Lake
in?
Vendor. That would be the southeast.
cool. We won't go that way.
You see, there's
That
a
sounds
little.
horrifying.
You see, there's a little war going on between a couple of cultist groups. And I don't think you want to be put on the devil's chair or be sacrificed to the wombat cat.
The
Dear
what?
Lord.
Did you say wombat cat?
I believe that's what he
Yes.
said.
Yes, you heard me correctly. It's a wee bit of a cryptid in these parts. A dangerous animal. Has 6 legs and is the size of a panther grown to twice its size, with tails that have spikes on the end of it about as venomous as a scorpion.
Um,
Dangerous creature it be. Can take Gauss rifle rounds to the face and shrug it off just fine.
were Gauss rifles around before we went into the vaults?
Gauss rifles were part of were part of military issue. In your knowledge of military, that would be a Gauss rifle would be someone who was carrying power armor, right? Because they're pre-war
Okay.
guns. But you'd have to be basically heavy infantry, meaning you're wearing power armor already, so you're as strong as a tank. And then you have Gauss rifle, which can puncture a tank.
Okay, so I have heard of it before because I was military. Like,
You have heard of it, and you've heard that it's extremely powerful weaponry that could puncture tanks with cheese.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Well, currently we have these weapons that we've mostly found. We're running out of ammunition because there are some terrible things around here.
You don't say.
Also, while looking around, I opened a door, and I feel fucking terrible right now. I don't know if you have any kind of medicine that would help. There's this little meter on my arm. It says I've got like mild radiation sickness.
Oh. Well, my little friend, you're on your way to being a ghoul like me. In terms of any medicine that I know of, you might want to get your hand on some Radaway or Rad-X.
We'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. Do you have any of that down here?
Or do you know where we can find some nearby?
Radaway and Rad-X are in hard supply these days. A bit of pre-war drugs you can't manufacture anymore. As for where you might find the Rad-X, he begins to ponder on his brain for a moment. While the DM looks at his notes.
No problem, buddy.
Well, I might know a place you could get some radiation treatments. Might not be Rad-X, but to my knowledge, back before the pre-war days, there was a vault called Vault 901. Experimented in radioactive bacteria infused in the body. Something about being able to inject someone with a virus that might be able to make them stand radiation a bit better. I'm sure they have plenty of Rad-X or Radaway on hand, as experimentation on that would be pretty devastating if your humans couldn't be repeated test subjects. Alternatively, I would say that to the southeast, a little bit down from here, is a place called a Destiny. You might find something there. Now, the map's kind of old, because I was only able to craft a little bit before they took everything offline.
Is that before you get to the lake?
Lake Vendor isn't so much of a lake, rather than it's a nice big old city.
Oh.
Want to go explore a vault, I guess?
Yeah.
Although,
Yeah.
I guess you could also try heading into town near the Raiders, over near Kipensky.
Well, we don't really have any money.
I would do it.
Virgil, you got any cash? I don't have any.
Cash? That ain't
what passes for money?
Cash won't do you any good out here anymore. Government's falling through. No one gives a shit about paper money. It's what you caps is what you need.
You mean like hats?
Caps, as in bottle caps. Nuka-Cola specifically.
Oh.
You use bottle caps as money?
Well, considering that good old Nuka-Cola produced so much of the fucking stuff that it remains a normal drink passable as water nowadays, I'd say it's a pretty good source of cash.
Okay.
Very
However, I do warn you though, if you find any Vim bottle caps, they're worth about what you'd normally consider a quarter in old money, and if you find any Sunset Sarsaparillas, they're pennies or dimes.
And the Nuka-Cola ones are what, dollars?
About $1 each, yeah.
Okay. I turn around, I cough up a little blood on the floor. Sorry.
That's fine, you'll get used to it.
I say we take our chances with the vault.
Yeah, maybe. This Dr. McGilligutty that's here, told us to go and sleep in some quarters, and they had more work for us. But I saw all the other humans here were dead. Like,
Dr. McGillicuddy's a little bit crazy. As long as you don't put him past his expiration date, you can at least somewhat trust him. That is, if he doesn't fall to the fatal error.
God, I feel terrible. Sorry. Can we? Is there anything? I mean, is there any like ammunition here? Anything that we can use to help us get out of here and move on? And I mean, we didn't come here to rob you. We're not trying to do that. I don't know if you have anything that can help us, and we'll get out of your bunker. You can, and now you have manuals. Maybe you can upgrade your bot, and if it breaks, you'll know how to fix it. I kind of feel like that's a fair deal. We can get out of here.
To get you out of here, that's a little bit of a harder story. Getting you in, really easy. Getting out, much harder. I cannot get you out, in the sense that I don't have the authorization anymore. Because all the terminals are offline, I don't have access to any of my cards, which don't mean shit against Deadbolt Steel. As for getting everything back online, that's a different story. If you could get me into the main chamber over there, he's talking about this.
Okay.
I could hook the terminal back up to a network and get ourselves back on the road. At the same time, once I do that, all these robots in this whole facility, minus Sergeant Steeltips over here, are gonna go haywire and explode.
Oh.
Or insane.
Hey, Finn, weren't you telling us you could do something about a laser door?
Yeah, I could probably open that.
The other option is that you find a way to manually override the tumblers by activating the emergency coolant system. If you can find a way into the water treatment pool, and you can heat her up enough, it'll cause a temporary shutdown to vent off some of the heat, drawing in cold water from a spring below. In doing so, all doors, all vents, and everything forcefully is then opened for about 10 minutes.
Alright, will the robots try to hurt us if we do that?
No. The robots are stationed to go deal with the coolant stuff, because they're about the only people that can go in there when it happens. The only danger that poses to you is getting out of the area, so you don't burn yourself alive.
Yeesh.
Now you said the robots, if we do the first option, if I can get you in this little reactor area, the robots will blow up Are they going to come after us?
They
and
have
try
a
to attack
50-50
us and then
chance
blow
of
up?
either blowing up or coming here to fight us.
I'm going to need more bullets. All right, I think we could do it. Have you left this area? Like, when's the last time you left this area that you're in? Behind this laser gated area?
I can go in between these hallways if I wanted to, but I haven't left this specific room in about, 20 or so years. Been using the nuclear reactors as a poop chute.
Okay.
Why are you in this room?
Because it's the only room the robots can't go into.
What's stopping
That's
them?
good to know.
Magnetized walls.
What about the robots that are in here?
He points and says, those two are special. They're assigned to my biometric reading, meaning that they only kind of around to guard me. After I rewired them, of course. But they have a little thing in their head. I can take it out before I go. It's the same thing that keeps Sergeant Steeltips alive in here. Although, she's special for a different reason. Handcrafted by my very fingertips. In all the right places.
Okay.
My magic fingers.
I think we can. I'm gonna walk over and look at this. It looks like just a regular laser gate. I think I could probably open it with the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I come back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make that door open. I'm not sure if maybe we should search the. Have you been into the what they call the living quarters?
No,
Where the robots wanted us to
I
go?
haven't gone in there, although last time someone went in there, they didn't come out.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Something about, I think the system said at the time that it accidentally vented all the exhaust in there from the previous engine room.
Alright. Fuck it, let's do this. Yeah, let's go open.
He
let's go
walks
open this
over
gate.
to the two protectrons and he deactivates them. Come along, Sergeant Steeltips. Yes, sir.
Alright, I put my hand up to the laser gate and touch it.
Upon doing so, you feel a burning sensation from the inside of your hand as the chip explodes, popping off a bit of flesh from you. The laser gate is now off.
Alright.
So Dr. Balamude goes over to the central computer here. Begins to tip-tap away. You all might want to find yourself some cover. Things are about to get real ugly. As he begins to click-clack away on the keyboard, you then hear the overall sound of as the generators cut the power from themselves or the rest of the facility. Everything goes. All the lights begin to fade out one by one, clicking from the ceiling, as you then hear diagnostic. Temporary network connection back online. Network connection reestablishing connection. Percentage engaged. Please stand by. The laser gates deactivate. Now to roll some encounter dice to see what things are or are not exploding.
Yay.
You hear one loud explosion as it goes off. Kaboom! As it sounds like an anti-air cannon going off. Ka-chung! Boom! And then you hear another one. Ka-chunka boom! Ka-chunka boom! Ka-chunka boom! You then hear across the intercom, minor electrical damage has been sustained. Please send dispatch crew to repair electrical equipment before upload can be repaired. Sergeant Steeltips steps out where you only see the light glowing from their eye. It appears that I'm to give you the order. Dr. Bartholomew is in need of your services again. He needs you to repair the electrical equipment.
Is that in the room he's in or in another room?
It's in the main room with the water filters. You'll need to do a bypass circuit, honey.
Okay.
You know how to do that, right, Virgil?
Probably. Ooh, the main room.
Yeah.
As you head out, Virgil, you see that Dr. McGillicuddy is glitching the fuck out and says, well, hello, Doctor, Doctor.
Oh.
It has come to my attention that combat inhibitors engaged. As his eyes shut down a little bit, bright green comes across. It says, "Welcome, maggot. Lieutenant Gutsy here to bring you back in line."
You appear to need to return to maintenance.
Maintenance. I only obey Uncle Sam, and currently he is requiring to exterminate this bunker. All of you are commie scum. Time to die, socialist pig.
Lovely.
Roll me, I would say roll me initiative, but we already have the initiative table up. Adding Dr. McGillicuddy to the initiative table. Sven, 'tis your turn.
Let's see. And
How far down the hallway does that conversation echo?
Pretty loudly since all the
Yeah.
doors are open.
It'll take me a lot to get there. Alright, so 2 action points to run gives me 25, which is 5 squares, right? 1, 2, 3,
Every square is 5 feet, yep.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we'll call that 2 more. That's 4. I have a little bit of range left. I just want to make sure. Okay, I am in range. Okay, so that's actually, wait, I only have to go to here, and I'm still in range. So that's 3 AP to get me 20. Okay. And then let's see, sorry, I forgot to pull the damn chart back up, or the table back up.
How much AP do you have?
I have 20 total. I've used 4. Or no, I've used 3. Sorry, 3. 2 and then 1. So I have 17 left.
Virgil, how much AP do you have?
I think he's got 20 as well.
20.
We both went with 10 agility.
What
Yeah,
about you,
so
Lena?
20.
My computer decided to go to sleep. I have 10. No, I have 4. I'm sorry.
4 AP.
Oh no, agility.
So that should be like 8.
Yes, 8.
Okay, so I put a little dot number next to you that will serve as a reminder of what your max AP is.
Yeah.
On your token.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. So I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to shoot. 63. That hits.
Okay.
D8 to see where I hit. Right. That is the right arm. And it is 5d6. That's 15 plus the charisma modifier, which I think is a 3 between the 2 of them. So 18.
What are you firing with?
The cowboy repeater, 25
Okay.
foot range, 5d6, 6 shots.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, that I've got the gun we pulled off of the guy that shot Lena.
Yep. So,
That-
how much damage in total?
Should be 18 to the right arm.
Okay, I'm assuming you're going to shoot again.
Yes, sir. Uh, 64 will hit. 7 is direct armor damage. $26 total damage. The direct armor.
So your first shot goes cleanly through his right arm as his like right tentacle appendage twitches a little bit as you see it get outfitted with a buzzsaw.
Okay.
You then do some armor damage. You crack off a piece of his armor plating.
Alright, that is... Sorry, that's 7 AP. I track it on a piece of paper while I'm doing it. I'm trying to make sure I keep it accurate. That is 83. That hits my gun skill. My gun skill to hit is a 97. A 7, that is direct armor damage again. That is 17 direct armor damage.
You chip off another piece of his armor.
When you hit like that, that's like straight condition damage, huh?
Yeah, it's straight condition damage.
Cool. Okay.
Which, depending on the enemy, and depending, because it has a multitude of factors. So, say you have him at low HP, right, and you lower his condition, it could like debilitate him, right? Or if he has no armor, but you're doing direct health damage, it has various effects.
Sure. Left leg.
Another tentacle arm.
17 damage there. That's 4 shots.
Okay, so you hit his thruster. It's not looking too good on that end, where you shoot kind of through his thruster, a little bit of the canisters, and fuel's kind of leaking down now.
That hits. Left leg. Alright, that was shot number 5. Jesus, that's a 26. Alright, I have one more round in the chamber. $75 hits.
Yes, it does.
1 is the head.
Oh, okay.
$25.
So, you shoot out one of his eyes. Just pop. He is not looking good.
Alright, that is 15 used AP. I'm going to use 2 more AP to reload my weapon.
Okay.
That's at 17. And then I'm going to use 3 AP to get the fuck away.
Fair enough. As you...
Virgil, I'm falling back.
As you say this, Dr. McGillicuddy says... So, the Dr. Gutsicuddy, at this point, says... Fatal damage has been sustained. Initiating self-destruct. Fusion core reactor critical. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26.
That was the end of my turn.
Virgil, it is your turn.
Alright. So movement takes AP, right?
Yep. 2 AP for about 20 movement.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have retreated behind the wall.
You want to move any further?
I would use all my AP.
8. So it's about 2 AP per square, right?
No, it's 2 squares per AP. So you started.
Okay.
Yeah, you started
I've
here,
moved
you got
8.
1,
I've moved
2,
8 squares.
10
that's
feet
4
for a
AP.
normal move. And then
Yeah, that
for
is
a sprint, it is 25 movement.
So you can move, if you full moved, you can move 250 feet.
I'll move over here, and that'll be the end of my turn.
So as he's counting down, measure out the radius for this. He blows up as he reaches 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Die, you pathetic commie scum! Upon doing so, his fusion core reactor goes boom as it collides, exploding like a fragmentation grenade. Upon doing so, the sheer force of the explosion itself shatters the walls all around it, destroying one of the water tanks completely and annihilating him. As that's just the force of the explosion, I need all of you to make me a radiation check.
Which one is that again?
Radiation would be a general check, so 1d20.
I have a 10.
I have a 9.
Don't you have science?
So
It's
plus
towards,
10?
towards the bottom of the, yeah, there you go. So you got like a 19.
Yeah, okay, I got a 19.
It's 1d20 plus the modifier. So what's your radiation
Right.
modifier?
Radiation modifier?
Right below history.
Oh,
right
7.
above.
So 9 plus 7.
So 16.
What about you, Sven?
I got a 10 total.
What about you, Lena?
17 total.
Okay, Sven, you're taking more radiation. Sven, you take 32 more rads.
Okay.
As the explosion goes off, crumbling the wall all around this area here, blowing it out. Draw a square here for that.
Okay.
Also, I need everybody to make a, let's see here, a survival skill check. See if any of that shrapnel hits you.
Yep. I fail.
Oh yeah, I fail.
No, you
I
passed.
rolled a
You're-
7.
Yeah, you rolled a 6 and he rolled a 7. You have to roll under your skill point.
Oh, I was thinking over.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So,
I rolled a 74. I
Sven,
failed.
from the shrapnel, you take a total of 9 damage.
Okay. I have 1 hit point.
Sven, you feel like you're on the brink of fucking death.
But, is it safe to say combat has ended?
Yes, combat has ended. You can go do the power relay if you want.
I will attend to his wounds first with medicine. That's a D100, right?
Do you want to do medicine or first aid?
Let's see, if you are bleeding, burning, or dying, and all over not great time, you can do first aid by making the int plus medicine divided by 2. After their HP is below your check, you can heal them for a quarter of the number of your medicine skill. Yeah, you first aid me. That's
By the way, the interaction
Okay.
holds the chance for your first aid.
do what?
If you look
What
at
now?
interactions and then first aid, it'll tell you the chance you got to roll under.
Oh.
Because it does the math for you.
Interaction.
On the right hand side.
Oh, the command person? Oh, first aid, I see. Chance 31. So if I'm doing first aid, it's a D100?
To get under a 31. Hey!
16? That's weird. It says 14 on the number, but it looks like 16.
It
Either
doesn't.
way, it's under 31.
Yeah.
Okay. So first aid.
So what's the amount? Say next to yours.
Oh,
Chance is
it says
31 and the
13.
amount. Okay.
The amount's 13.
So I go back up to 10.
Yep.
Since that is my new max hit points until we get me cured. I am going to die.
Is there anything left of the Mr. Gutsy to salvage?
No. He has been atomized.
But there's two other
Phew.
robots. There's two other
Yeah,
robots
but they're still moving. I was hoping for some extra wires to help repair the electronics.
No, they're not. They're dead.
No, they're not moving. They're deactivated.
Oh.
They went kablooey.
Well, we hadn't seen them yet, so. Alright. Then I will go and search them for salvage.
Okay. What'd you get?
Everybody else doing?
I think he's.
I'm down
waiting
here
on
at the
you to-
bottom.
Yeah, he asked you what you got for your.
Oh, is that okay? What role is that? Is that repair?
Well, you can do investigation and try to spot a specific part, or you can try to just do repair to get general salvage.
Yeah, I'll just get general salvage. Let's see. Repair.
Think of it like this.
It-
Repair gives you module components, meaning you might get a module out of it in terms to upgrade a robot with, and then investigation yields more scrap.
Oh. Okay, well then let's do investigation.
It'll
That's
yield less scrap though if it
D20.
lows roll enough.
Right. So investigation 4 plus 7.
Total of 11?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting a low yield of scrap on this. Okay, so you gained, put it in your items listing, 3 steel scrap, 2 fuses, and 1 mechanical lever.
Alright. I'm gonna go search the other robot.
You did investigation or repair?
investigation again.
Okay. You do know
Hang on,
that's
what?
going to do lower yield for scrap, but give you a chance
Yeah,
to maybe find a component.
12 plus 7, so 19.
Okay. You found a component. Let me roll on the component chart. Holy shit, you got a nat 20. Look at you.
I take back all the bad things I said about you while I was dying of radiation sickness. Feel like I'm back in this weekend. You just, standing there watching me die.
I was not standing there watching you. I was inside the tavern.
I was, I was inside the tavern too when it all started.
That tells you how aware I was with how much pain I was in.
He's got those other 2 robots. Maybe you should do the other check on those. The 2 he turned off
You
in his
mean-
lab.
Oh, but those are his protector guys. I don't want to mess with those. It might piss him off.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can ask him.
We need to find the electronics that we're supposed to be repairing in this room.
While you do that, I'm gonna lay here. And I lay there and kind of throw up blood.
I'm just typing it out, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
So Jackie was just asking me something, and I realized she was asking me like where the hit chart was, and I was like, oh, just look right here, and she showed me hers, and she was like, and I saw she didn't have it, and I realized I copied and pasted it into my character sheet in between dice and interactions so I can see it while I'm rolling. So y'all might want to do that too, so you find it easier when you shoot stuff. And I just pasted it into the channel. It's just one less thing to have to cross-reference.
Okay, so you've unlocked the first chipset, as well as you've gained the to know what chipsets do. So, chipsets. You've unlocked advanced chipsets. They will help you mod your Pip-Boy. You can only have equipped chipsets 1/4 of your current level with a base of 1. For every 4 intelligence, you gain 1 extra chipset slot. In doing so, you found the the radion powder chipset. Your Pip-Boy can now make 1 carbon tablet each day that heals 1d10 rads. When dissolved in clean water, if dissolved in dirty water, it is turned into clean but reduced to 1d4 rads.
So am I unable to equip that at the moment?
No, you could equip it right now. You basically, upon learning this information, your Pip-Boy, as well as all your collective Pip-Boys, now has code 009 unlocked. Upon doing so, 509 unlocked. Otherwise, V Vault 905, where you came from. Anyways, you now see onto the top of your Pip-Boy a little chute opens where there is like little cube ports in it, right? And so you can slide in this like big old thick chip into it.
I will do so then.
It pops open kind of like a side view, like pops open as you slide the chip in. You hear a click and you slap it down. So it's sliding in
like a
horizontal.
like a cassette tape.
Yeah, like a cassette tape.
Yeah.
So do you wish to do this?
Yes.
Okay, I will put this in your inventory as a chipset that you have equipped. Okay, upon equipping the radiant powder chipset, it is slid into your Pip-Boys, the latch closes shut, your Pip-Boy reboots, as it then says, "Welcome! You now have the radion powdered chipset. Brought to you by Vault-Tec. Each day, a carbon powder tablet will be ejected from your Pip-Boy, stored in the top little sleeve here." And as it says sleeve here, you see like a little pocket, a little pouch that gets wrapped around the outside of your Pip-Boy.
Right.
It will eject it into this pouch. If your pouch is ripped, you will have to find a new one. No, these carbon tablets are highly reactive to all liquids and water. So if this gets wet, you're shit out of luck. Oops, did I say that? That's totally mean. I meant to say that you're in a bad strait, friend.
Alrighty then.
One pops out. Here's a free supplementary test tablet. Enjoy. And then it goes through like a long, like little spec list of like all the health regulations and shit that you've agreed to and signed on for.
Okay.
The carbon tablet pill basically, or carbon tablet basically siphons air out from all around you and then condenses the radiation, applies a little bit of iodine to the tablet, and turns it into a diluted Radex, essentially.
Right.
We needed something. I'm dying here.
Well, you better find a glass of clean water, and then we can have you drink it.
Fine.
Dirty water will lessen the effect.
I'm 10 rads away from, I believe, starting to turn into a ghoul. Yeah, we can look for water.
You have 2 water filters in front of you.
Yeesh.
See if those are clean, Virgil.
I guess I have to. Do any of them look clean? Obviously, the one on the right's destroyed.
Roll me a radiation check.
Radiation check. Okay, that's the 20. 12 plus 7.
It's a solid roll.
19.
It is clean water.
Cool. I don't think I have anything to scoop it up with. I'll look around the room for something to put the water in. Was that investigation, I guess?
Yep.
7 plus 7, 14.
You
There's some-
find a piece of metal that's bent enough from the heat of everything going on that it isn't exactly a bowl, but it will do.
Cool. And I will scoop up the water and bring it to Sven and put the tablet in after I get to him. That way I don't spill any of it.
You drop the tablet in as you see it dissolve just like Alka-Seltzer would, a little bit less efficient, until it leaves a small gradient that is floating on top of the water. Do you drink it?
Yeah.
You drink it, you feel a sharp pain inside your kidneys and spleen as there has been... we roll a 1d10. So Sven, roll a 1d10.
Oh, sorry. That's 2.
Joy, 2 rads are removed.
All right.
Better than nothing.
Alright. Let me just repeat this for another 100 days, and I'll be better.
At least until we find some medicine.
Or you could stop opening random fucking doors.
I mean, that's an option.
No, what really fucked me up was the giant explosion.
So there is a fuse box next to you, Sven. Do you all want to try to repair this thing?
Yes.
Oh, hey, look, it's the thing.
You
Roll
could have
me.
been messing with that this whole time instead of laying there throwing up blood.
You goddamn slacker.
I mean, you gotta work on your time management.
Repair.
Getting sassed by a kid while you're dying. Oh, joy.
Ooh, 15 is less than 78.
Hey, you repair the fuse
Yeah.
box without having to use fuses. Instead, you just jam a screwdriver into the empty fuse. That'll hold, right?
Probably fine.
By the ways of science, I command thee.
I slowly get up and kind of half-ass limp away from this place.
Let's get back to the doctor.
The announcer comes back on to the terminal. Not the terminal. The speaker says, "Network connection slowly reestablished. Procedure back online. 30% upload complete."
Said to the doctor and ask him if you can look at those other robots. If he says yes, see if you can find anything else useful.
So as you enter in,
What's next, doctor?
he says, "Well, I just gotta wait for this thing to finally fucking upload. You'd think we have better network connection. I could only get about 5 kilobits.
Do you have any plans for those robots you shut down?
Yes, I do. Why do you ask?
Oh, the, 2 of the Mr. Gutsies out there, didn't atomize themselves, and I was just looking through them for parts.
That's fine. I want to keep my protectrons, though.
Sure thing.
How's your friend over there? He's looking more like me every second.
Well, I got a chipset from one of the robots that, gave me a carbon tablet. It's something that I can give him to help him. It only helped a little.
I kind of yell at him, like standing where I'm at, doing great, and I turn around, lean onto the wall, and just start throwing up.
Yeah, you look splendid and smell the same too.
His ears kind of drooping a little bit. It's kind of weird.
I was hoping to save this. You're doing me quite a service. He hands you a weird IV bag.
Oh. Thank you.
Jab it in his arm. It's right away.
I do as he instructs.
Medicine check, please. See how many times you miss his arm.
That's 63. Oh my
Oh,
god.
100.
What
you
the
stab it
hell?
into his thigh, right? Because you're not confident about the arms. You don't just like put it in right above the skin. You jab it into his fucking thigh. It goes all the way down, halfway into his thigh.
Well, does he get the medicine at least?
Yeah, you just also made him take 4 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Hit his fucking femoral artery.
You managed to miss
Take the
that.
fucking medicine.
Take the medicine. Take it now.
Stop resisting. I'm helping.
Like when I try to shove a pill down the dog's throat.
Dog?
Do it now.
Okay. I need to check something real quick.
And I feel like at this point, with all the rapid changes in my body, I probably just fucking pass out.
That would be probably what happens.
I feel like, I've gone from 50 hit points to 6 and taken 52 radiation damage in the course of 5 minutes. I am on a fucking roller coaster over here.
You lose 24 rads.
Ooh. That's nice.
That's almost half. Wait, that is half of where I started this adventure at 50 fucking 2.
So let me explain how a radaway works by typing this out.
Sure.
Because it is a little bit special. So, there we go. Okay, so Rad-X absorbs rads incoming to the body, creating a shield before, the rad damage can occur. 20 rads per pill. Rad-X will last for 3 days before, it's processed into the body. You can take a max of 3 pills before you overdose. Radaway will absorb instantly 2d20 rads and do 1d10 rads over the next 2 days when they start. You can't take more than one at a time. You technically can't overdose on it, but it just won't have any effect. And then there's X cells where it will flush your entire body of all rads, but it will basically knock you out for 3 days. You can't take any more rads when X cells is in you, but you also don't really wake up for 3 days. Make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
Gonna pin this. So tomorrow you'll be able to do 1d10 and the next day to do 1d10 again. As this is all happening, the network comes back online, and as it says, network back online, he says, okay, now I can get you out of here. Front door unlocked. I'd get your asses out of here as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Thank you. We gotta wait soon up.
Enjoy having the base all to yourself. It's without the other robots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kind of prop Sven up on my shoulder and kind of help him walk out.
Okay, I'll just copy your guys' tokens to get out. Your map has been updated. Let me get you a new map. While that's happening, Sven, you awaken from your stupor with the Rad-X needle ejected from your leg in just a small little tiny bloody hole. How do you feel?
Oh. It didn't even hurt. How do we get outside?
Magic. I say as I let go of him and let him stand on his own 2 feet.
Gonna find the map.
Getting that to you shortly.
Oh no, man, you're fine. I was looking for the. Oh, I guess you may update it. I was looking for the pinned one or whatever. There it was. I feel much better after that nap.
Yeah, you fell asleep pretty quick there. You look a little better.
Okay. So your Pip-Boys have been updated. Posting the new map soon here. Scatter through my 50 fucking folders of organization.
Oh shit.
You've unlocked a Destiny as a location you can travel to, Vault 901, as well as you now have the location of Laker Vendor, Hawkvix, and Hawkvid.
Okay. That that spot to the west, is that the farm that they had talked about?
Yeah, a Destiny's to the east.
No, I know that, but so we're at White Onyx, and there's
Yeah.
another little bunker building to the
They
west.
didn't say anything about that. Neither your Pip-Boy did register it beforehand, it just didn't tell you what it was.
Okay, that's fine. I knew the guy said something about a farm to the west. I didn't know if that was. And if we don't know, we don't know. That's fine too.
So now that you're out into the wasteland again, where would you like to head?
All right. Well, I chose this one. We got a lot of good information. Somebody pick where we're headed next.
You want to head to your
Let's
first
go.
civilization town, a vault? Do you want to head to the dangerous land of the cryptids, or do you want to try to go south and see what you can find with the raiders?
Let's go to the vault, see if they were successful with that bacteria.
Okay.
Okay. Just gonna make a note in the chat of visitor locations. Pin that as well. Where is that? Where's the pin? There it is. Okay. So, switch maps here is back to the wasteland. Now that you're back outside the white onyx bunker, do you all want to try to take a rest?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it. And I did have a pretty solid nap, though.
Okay. Rolling on the map for traveling encounters. Your first encounter is that you find... Where are they? A bunch of cows. You see a bunch of Brahmin. They're two-headed cows.
Cool.
I feel like we could take one or two, but I don't feel like we could take 6.
Nah, I think we should leave those alone.
It approaches you, Lena, and just kind of looks at you.
I put my hand out to its nose. Flat-handed. No fingers.
It sniffs your nose and licks your hand, and just keeps licking it.
I try to scratch its ear.
It allows you, and just moos at you.
Guys, what if we could ride them?
Another one gets curious.
Oh.
Comes over to you.
I attempt to pet that one too.
It licks your hand.
Oh my goodness, guys. They're friends.
Why do they have 2 heads?
Why do you have one? It's double the cute. Look at the 4 big brown eyes.
One of them looks over at you, Virgil.
I pat it gently on the head.
You have petted a cow.
Yay.
Another one gets curious.
Do we have anything to feed them?
I don't think we do.
I don't even know what they eat.
We have Salisbury steak, but I don't feel like that's what we should feed them.
Oh, that's heinous.
Pretty sure they still eat grass. Otherwise, they probably would have tried to bite us already.
That's fair.
One of the cows begins to lean its 2 heads against you, Virgil.
Oh, he likes you.
We are quite surrounded.
Let's try to walk a little bit. Maybe they'll just follow.
I mean, there's a farm to the west, they said.
Uh, well then let's maybe lead these to the farm. Maybe somebody will be happy of them.
I don't know why I said there was a
Yeah.
farm in the west. I think you might have misheard me into saying that there is a country folk in the east.
Okay, I thought you said farm in the west. That is my bad then, because I definitely wrote it down.
No, that there's no farm in the west.
Okay, so raiders are in the south. Then you said.
South are raiders. Southeast are cryptid worshippers. Directly east is a bunker slash vault, and then a little bit southeast is a destiny, as you can see on the map.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try to. Why don't we try to take these that are destiny place?
Sure, okay.
And the cows like surround around Elena and just.
All right, guys, let's go.
Whoa. Roll me an animal handling check to lead the cows, Lena.
Let's see.
That is a 20. Ah, crap.
That wasn't a D100.
Standby.
You got to roll a D20 plus your modifier.
She rolled a d20 and a 12. The 20 was a 13.
I messed up. I was trying to subtract the 12 from the table and right-clicked, and that apparently rolls it for
Okay.
you.
12 plus 2, 14. You managed to persuade the cows with head pats and kindness.
Yay.
So you're
All right,
heading
let's-
to a destiny now?
Yeah.
Yes. With the cows in
Ooh.
tow. Do we have any rope?
I don't think we can pull 6 two-headed cows. If they decide to leave, they're just gonna leave.
Okay.
Ouch. Roll.
Okay, you got an out one on the encounter chart.
Go brush your teeth.
A death claw appears.
Oh shit.
Run, cows.
We recognize the death claw?
I was gonna say, what color is it?
Brown.
Gotcha. Nope. The one we knew was white.
That's bad news. Has it noticed us?
Yes. Yes, it has.
Lovely. It's probably not noticed us, it's probably noticed the cows, right?
More than likely. But, you know, you're still... like
With
what,
them.
40 or so feet from a death claw?
Yeah.
It's initiative time. It's a death claw's turn. It immediately makes a mad dash towards the cows. Slices one. Cleans it in half. You just see its like claw go by. Swipe! Cow's dead. Sliced into 3 equally bloody pieces as it unleashes a flurry of attacks. It then
So,
begins to chow down on this cow.
I'm gonna say we're not ready for a death claw, and we
Nope.
should let it be distracted and run.
That was my plan.
I agree.
Each of you roll me stealth.
The sneak.
Sneak?
D100.
Yeah, sneak. D100, yeah. Sneak
Nope.
stealth, you understand.
I failed.
Yeah, I have a 78 and I rolled 81.
So
That
close.
quick?
Yep, we all fail.
Bad.
Okay, so you all failed.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, so it's made its turn. Sven, your turn. You can't run from this now. Has basically looked up, saw all of you, is still eating, but it's kind of keeping an eye track of you guys.
Okay.
Before we continue, though, everybody take a bathroom break.
Sure.
I will.
She's got her
Okay,
headset on. So she can hear
unpause.
what's going on.
So, Sven, what are you doing?
Well, you said we can't run, so I'm guessing I'm gonna start blasting,
Firing my laser.
and I'm gonna get fucking wrecked by this thing if it comes at me. But we'll see what happens. All right, so that hits. A 4. That is the right leg. (19) plus 3 from their charisma puts it at 22. Let me know.
Damage, you said?
Yeah, 22 damage.
I need like 2 calculators up right now.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, you just let me know how fast. I don't want to, I don't want to go too fast for you.
No, you can do your next attack.
Okay. That's a 10. That definitely hits, and that's a crit. Okay.
Okay, so crit is double damage.
To the right arm. (15) plus 3 is 18, doubled out to 36.
Okay, 1 minute. So you said how much damage?
36 to the right arm.
Okay, you got a crit on it.
Yep.
There's 36.
Now 36 was double.
Yeah. So
Okay. I just making sure I didn't want you to double it to 70, to 76.
you've crippled his right arm.
That's useful. 76 hits. 2 is his right arm.
Okay, how much damage?
23. Should have had that roll last time. I'd probably blown his fucking arm off.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. That was third shot. This is fourth shot. It's a 13, so that hits.
Yep.
That is a 5. That is his left leg.
Okay.
That is a 20. Uh, 44 will hit. 7 will be direct armor damage.
Okay.
That will be 23.
So you have demolished his first layer of armor.
Okay.
So the armor rating has gone from 8 to 4. So you've basically tore off his scales, now you're getting to his skin.
Hell yeah. That is his right leg for hit number 6.
Okay.
That is 20 points of damage. 2 AP to reload. Uh, 58 hits. That right arm again.
Crit.
28 to the right arm.
For damage on critted.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, so I crit because it's crippled or something?
You crit because it's cripple.
Oh, shit. Okay, so 28 doubled is 56.
Just so you know, you can't cripple on an aim. Sorry, you can't crit on an aim shot to a crippled limb. But you can aim and crit off of your crit zone.
Gotcha. So since I'm not aiming, I can crit. But if I was say aiming
if you were
for
to
the
aim,
arm,
if you were to aim at it, you wouldn't crit him, but you could do severe damage to the arm. So you could like blow it off and start having him do bleed or whatever, like wounds and stuff.
Okay. All right, that is 16 AP spent so far. So 35 will hit. 7 will be more direct armor damage.
Okay.
18.
Okay, he doesn't have any armor left.
Alright, and this will be my last 63 hits. This is direct armor damage again. 18.
Where did you hit on the body?
Direct armor.
Okay. So, as you hit him directly armor, you have caused a bleed wound.
Alright, I've done literally everything I can, guys.
He is now bleeding for 3 HP of health every time he's attacked. Okay. So the next person up is Virgil. This Deathclaw got pretty fucked up in the first round.
Kill it, Virgil.
Alright.
Kill it.
Firing away. 357 Magnum. Let's see. How far am I? Far. Well, does that count?
No, center.
Center. So I will.
The signs count if you were doing melee, but not for shooting. Shooting's always metal.
Okay. So I will move here. Let's see. D100 to hit. That's going off my guns, right?
Yeah.
Alright, 78, 12 definitely hits.
Okay.
8. this one. That is the right leg.
Okay.
I roll my damage, which is 2d8s. 7 plus 4 is 11.
11 plus the 3
Plus you get-
bleed is 14.
Plus I have 10 charisma, so you get 5 points added to it.
19.
So 16.
Okay.
Right. $79. Miss.
So you just fire once, click, bang! This wounded animal ain't looking too hot. Kind of pissed at all of you. Kind of wants to kill you. And your second shot, you just kind of miss out of nervousness.
Yeah.
Icy cold death staring you in the face.
73 hits. In the head.
Okay.
Or 11 plus, what'd you say, 5?
That's correct. I have a 10 in charisma, so you get 5.
So 16 to the head. To the dome.
Okay. You shoot his eye out.
Right. Got number 4. Three. That hits.
Okay.
In the right leg.
You cripple the right leg.
14 plus 5, 19 damage.
Okay. Deathclaw is now under... He is close to being under a fourth.
And he took
Okay.
3 bleed damage from all those hits too, huh?
Yeah, so you've taken away 3/4 of his HP right now.
Fuck yeah.
Got number 5.
Yeah.
86.
Swing and a miss.
Miss. Shot number 6. Hit.
Okay.
Right arm.
Crit.
Yeah, I fucked that arm up.
Oh,
16,
16 plus
32,
5.
5 times 2, 10, 42 damage. Plus 345. You blew the arm off.
Nice.
He's now taking a bigger wound of 9 HP per hit.
Let's see. And each attack is 2 AP.
Yep, and reloading is 2 AP.
So that's 12 that I've used. I'll use 2 AP to reload and end my turn.
Why don't you keep shooting them?
What?
It's only
I
2
do
AP
my
to
math.
reload. You have 20 AP,
12.
right?
You're right.
So
if
do you
Yeah,
have
okay, I'll
the
shoot it.
do you have the right ammo to reload?
Yeah, he's got the... We gave him all the pistol, the revolver ammo or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep
We did up...
firing, dude.
Alright.
Yeah, he has 64 pistol ammo.
Let's see. 6 is 12. 2 to reload. So I get 3 more shots?
Yeah, unless you critical miss.
Yeah, you get 3 more shots.
Here we go. Shot number 1. 76. Believe that is a hit. Yes.
Watch him miss
78.
like the next two.
Shush. Oh,
I can't believe how fucking hard I hit this thing.
and that is the right leg.
Crit, because it's crippled.
Jesus.
8 plus 5.
So
13.
13 times 2,
26.
26 plus 9, 10, 30.
35.
Yeah. You blew the right leg off.
Alright. Next shot.
It's now up to 15 bleed.
Second shot is a hit.
Okay.
2. I choose.
How do you want to execute this
Ooh.
thing?
I'm gonna say, shoot that bitch right in the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it in the head.
Okay. As you look it square in the eye, it's at 5 HP, so I'm letting you execute it.
Oh, okay.
So, as you look it square in the face, in this monster of the wasteland, this legendary creature that you finally come to, that so many people have come across and died, and you've managed to kill it. You've managed to stick it under your belt and boot. In doing so, you fire the shot, blotching out the other eye, go straight on through the skull. You've killed the Deathclaw. You gain 1,000 experience.
Shit.
Okay. Him or all of us?
All of you gain 1,000 experience.
So we level, and Virgil levels a bunch. Because that dude's level
Yeah.
1.
I had 185 experience out of 200.
So if
Ow.
you take that, so that means you need 15, so you level up. So 1,000 minus 15 is 985 minus the 500 required for level 3. You're now down to 485. So you're currently jumped to you currently jump to level 2 and then jump to level 3, and then now you're 485 experience into level 4.
Cool. Well, I've got some points to put in.
Alright.
And a perk
so,
to pick, I believe.
so we have 160 XP. So we get 1,000.
Yes, you gained
I get-
1,000 XP from this encounter.
Okay. And then I get 15 from the fast learner. And I have 160, and then I subtract the 1050, and that's 120. Level 4 with 125 XP into it.
So you'd
I'm
be
gonna
at,
need you to math mine.
so you'd be at level 3 then, not level 4, because you haven't reached level 4 yet.
For Robbie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yours, you should be. Oh, what is your XP on your sheet right now?
It says 85, but then grayed out off to the right. It says 1,050.
Okay, that's fine.
That just
So
means
you
the
have-
experience that you need to get to your next level.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you would have 1,085 after the encounter. You need 1,050, so you have 35 XP, and you are level 4. Okay. So we
So at level 2, I can pick a perk, right?
Yes, every
Yep.
2 levels a human can pick a perk.
Ooh, I get to pick another perk.
I'm gonna go for the Swift Learner as well.
Make sure to distribute your skill points.
I'm gonna take
I'm
another.
gonna need some
rank.
help with that.
I'm gonna take another rank of Swift Learner.
So, what's your intelligence?
10.
So, if I look at my notes correctly,
You're about to be a fucking menace there, Robbie. You got 20 bonus skill points. Because it says you get +1 for every point of int when you level up.
so if I look here correctly, so every 1 point of intelligence gives you a skill point, right? So you'd have
Mhm.
at a base you get 1 skill point, right, at a level up, because that's the base that you can have. And then you get an extra 1 for 2. But you have 10 intelligence, so you'd get 10 skill points plus 10, so you have 20 skill points off of 1 level. You leveled up twice, so you have currently in the bank 40 skill points to spend.
Okay.
And so you would go into your plus int, and you would type in the numbers and where you want to assign your skill points.
Right.
Oh, no, you wouldn't have 40, you would have 20, because it's just the 10 from your int that you're getting.
Yeah, you would get
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
So you'd have 20 skill points. Sorry, not 40. You'd have 20 skill points to assign.
So yeah, so if you put them in your tagged skills, Robbie,
It counts
Uh-huh.
as
instead of put
1 counts as 3.
yeah.
So just as it doesn't do it automatically, so just tell me how many you're putting in your tag.
So over on the right, skill points is how much those skills are, right? What I'm adding to.
The plus int is what you're adding.
Right, that's where I'm adding it.
Yes, that's where you're adding it. And because
Yes.
you do a tag, right? So say you wanted to add 5 skill points into a tag, that's reality 15 skill points. Because it's
Right.
3 times 1 for a tag.
I'm just trying not to go over 100 and distribute them, you know?
Oh, no, you can go over 100 because there's always going to be
Oh, you
potentially
can?
Yeah, so in this game, there's there's separation of checks, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
1D100 checks and 2D100 checks. Eventually, you'll get to
Okay.
2D100 checks, but you haven't encountered that because you're early game. But you could theoretically go over 100 and just guarantee yourself early game on that check, or whatever is rolled for it, that, yeah, I'm not going to fail.
Right. Okay. Then I want to put 5 points into my repair.
So that would be 15 because it's tagged, so you'd put in 15.
Okay. Then I want to put 5 points into unarmed.
Okay, so now you've spent 10 points.
And 10 points into melee weapons.
Okay.
So are you trying to build for that power fist thing?
A little bit.
Okay. So you've spent
Oh,
your skill point. Well, you have one extra. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. So you've assigned your 20 points. Congratulations.
and I've got 4 to assign.
And Lena, sorry, not Layla. Lena has 4 to assign as well.
I put 1 point in energy weapons. I put 1 point in survival, and then I put 2 in sneak.
Sneak is still 0 for me. You didn't put anything in sneak.
Okay. I have it as 2.
Are you? I see you're in my character sheet.
Uh-oh.
No, not you, him. I was just
Oh.
trying to my
It
sneak.
says my name.
Wait, there we go.
Nice.
I got the J's mixed up. All good.
Yep.
Where did you put them again?
And I get a, I put 1 in energy weapons.
Okay, so that's, yeah, the 3. Did you account for that?
Yes, so I have that at 4 now.
Okay.
And then I put 1 in survival to total it, excuse me, to 3. And then I have sneak as a total of 2. I put 2 points in that.
You shouldn't have a 4 in energy weapons, because if it was tagged, that means you would have had a 6 instead of a 4.
So every time you put a point in energy weapons, instead of putting a 1, you would put a 3.
Oh.
Because
So if you've
it's
done that
a
4
So it
times,
should be a 6.
yes.
yeah, if you put 2 points in there, it'd be a 6 total. But if you've done, so like I've put 7 points total into guns, for example, so it's a 21.
Okay. So that should be a total of 6 now instead of.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And I was looking. I can't find the rule book.
Wait, no, it's a 4. I'm stupid. I found the reason why you have the +1 perception, the nerdy glasses.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm dumb as well, because it's right. It's 4. Change it back from 6 to 4. You're fine. Because the attribute of the 1 perception made it 11, gave you 1 in there.
Well, doesn't that change the attribute number, which is like the 3rd column?
I'm just gonna say it's a 6, and then go with that and stop making my head hurt. Okay. Doesn't matter in the end, you're
okay.
still past 100.
Okay, you've got a shitload of points in science, that's why. That's right. Oh yeah, because you read that book for +10. So you put 11 points into science. 15, 16,
Anyways,
17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, you spent 20 points total. Okay.
Deathclaw dead. 1 cow dead.
Somehow the other cows didn't get spooked and run away.
They didn't fucking have time.
And the total time that it took to kill it, it's been like 3 to 4 minutes. You essentially both stared at it, unloaded, bang, 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 and it's dead.
I am down to 16 bullets. I have all, as far as I know, I have all the rifle ammo we have. So, just letting you know where I'm at. Because that was one of the things we did last game. Is she got all the cells, you got all the pistol ammo in a pistol. So I just need to be a little more conservative.
64 minus 9 is 55. Down to 55 pistol ammo.
Your next
I'm gonna
encounter,
reload.
you run into a very dapper Mr. Handy.
Well,
Oh.
real quick, before we leave the Deathclaw, can we like use survival or something and scavenge it for parts?
Yeah.
One of you can make me an investigation to scavenge for meat, parts, and/or stuff.
Yeah, no, not me, but one of y'all that's good at that kind of a thing.
I have a 3.
I have a 9.
Well, then it's you.
You're up.
That's a D20, I believe.
I believe in you. What?
13 plus 9.
Okay,
22, I think.
22. 22, that's a good roll, man.
I'll stick this in your thing.
Do we go back to full AP at the beginning of every combat?
Yeah, you have full AP at the beginning of every combat.
Okay, I was curious about that.
Okay, you found one Deathclaw hand at a leather worker or by your own hand with leather pieces. You can create a Deathclaw gauntlet. You find 8 Deathclaw leather, 3 Deathclaw teeth, and 10 Deathclaw rations. I'll just say Deathclaw raw steaks. When you cook them into steaks, they heal 1d20 HP and give you a plus 10 to melee damage for 2 rounds of combat. A flat 10 plus to your damage.
Alrighty then.
All right. Sorry, and now you were saying we found a guy. Whenever you're ready, sir.
Why, hello there, my dear friends. For it is a pleasure to see you within the wasteland here. I didn't expect to see so much of humans here, my dear friend. You look quite pale. Could I interest you in some of our most famous tonics and ointments? They do quite well on the skin and do help with the radiation, my friend. Let me just get here into my bag, and I can surely sell you some. We have a raging deal going on, you know. It's quite the special salesman, yes, yes.
What do you have?
Oh, we have Numerous things, from ointments to ailments, to wonderful pieces of equipment, even a little bit of everything in between. Here's my catalog. And he pulls out, with his metal claw, a very comically large book as he slaps it on the ground with a big poof, as it makes a large dust cloud from its heft and weight.
Okay. I guess I start looking at it.
Atomics Catalog, number 7802. What are you looking for?
I need rifle ammo. What all do we need? Maybe some radaway.
Well, first things first. Do you also buy?
Oh, I do buy a good number of things. However, I first need you to make a transactional payment on a piece of item before I can engage in barterism with you.
See, we're missing a key component here.
What
I
was
will-
it he said?
Oh, well, do
That was
tell me.
money?
I do hope you have some cash on you.
Like cash or caps?
You know, caps. What are caps? I'm talking about cash, paper bills. You know, the numero dineros, the green stuff. The green paper of Uncle Sam.
I don't have any of that.
We just crawled out of a vault. We're scraping by.
Roll me a either Virgil or Sven. Roll me a barter skill point check to see if you have your wallet on you.
I got it.
Go, go, go.
I needed below a 93.
For barter?
I rolled a 17. Yeah, for barter, yeah.
Okay. You find that your wallet is actually inside your back pocket. As you pull out your wallet, you find that you have a $20 bill inside.
I did have my wallet. It wasn't in my other pants. Yes, so I need some rifle bullets.
Oh, very nice, very well. Let me find it in the catalog here. As you just see his entire body go limp for a minute as he's like running through program. Oh, I found it! And he kind of like searches the binding of the catalog and flips to a point. As he flips it open, poof! Another big dust cloud goes out as he opens up the book. Ah, yes, under section 6402, letter C. Yes, here we are. Ammo. What ammo type did you need, sir?
Rifle.
Rifle. Yes, I can get you 2 boxes for $20.
Perfect. I'll take it.
There you are. And he opens up his bag as he rifles around in there and pulls out 2 pristine boxes of ammo.
Excellent.
He takes your money and slides it into his his metal body. It like takes in like an ATM.
It's got a little bill collector.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is very good. So I just kind of flip through it, I guess, and see. I don't know. Maybe if he has any skill magazines.
He has a little bit of everything. What you need to do, though, is you need to roll me an insight check to look for a specific item.
Sure, I can do that. That's a 24.
Oh, okay. What did you want to find? One item at a time.
Okay. So I was looking for skill magazines. So do I
Says,
need to
oh
pick a
yes,
skill first?
self-employment magazines. I understand you, my good friend. Yes, yes. He goes limp for a minute again. He says, searching in code. Oh, I found it. And he goes on the binder and the flip, poof, dust cloud again. Right here, under 2,645. And then number B. Which skill magazines?
Okay.
Wait, skill magazines or books, my friend?
So I don't know what the difference is.
So magazines is a temporary buff that lasts only a couple minutes, while
Okay.
skill books are permanent.
Okay, so books.
Oh, big mistake. I'm sorry. And he scrolls down. Right here under 3,402. And then section Z. Ah, yes, skill books.
Virgil, how is your repair in science and medicine?
My repair is 89, my medicine's 55, and my science is 65.
Medicine.
Medicine, studying to be a doctor, I see. Good environment for this. You'll need it. All broken bones and burnt flesh. I've seen quite a good number. The doctors here are quite rude. I say they're not quite up to American standards, if you know what I mean. They function more like EU doctors, sniveling, horrible, absolutely fucking stupid.
Just waiting for socialized medicine so they don't have to take care of people, unlike us Americans.
Oh yes, they're waiting for the stupid socialism in medicine when we have fine doctors where you can pay to have the best medical service, and you can be one of them. I will need approximately $15 worth of substance.
I offer him my crowbar.
Which crowbar? The legendary crowbar?
So yeah, that's a legendary crowbar. Why don't we start with some other stuff?
Okay.
So let's look at what we got before we go to the super expensive shit. I mean, we may still have to sell that, but so we've got radscorp, shell scraps, scorpion meat. I'm looking at yours right now. Let me look at mine. I don't really have anything. Oh, I've got some Salisbury steaks.
You want to part with those?
Yeah, I got 20 of them. I've got 10. I've got 10 of these Salisbury steaks. Surely your refined customers would want these.
Which brand are the Salisbury steaks?
I mean, I look at it and see if there's a brand.
You made the Salisbury steaks, so you don't know a brand, but do you want to try to deceive him of a brand?
Well, these we got out of a box in the vault.
Oh, okay, I forgot. The Robco.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so these are, you said Ronco?
Robco.
Robco. Okay, yeah, these are the finest in Robco.
Oh, Robco Salisbury steaks, they sell quite well. Each one will give you about, based on inflation, about $5.36 in credit. Your book will cost you $15.
Okay, excellent. Let me give you, okay. So we're definitely going to want the book. Guys, is there anything else that anybody wants?
Any other
I like to
books?
blow stuff up.
All right. I'm going to make a list and we can do the whole transaction if that's okay with you.
Yes. Well, you'll have to go from item to item. So right now, do you want any more books? Because you may not be able to find your next item.
Yeah, no, I get you. So what about the science book?
He has the list of all the books there.
Okay, yeah. So if it's on the list, I'll get a science book.
Okay.
And then a lockpick and an explosive book.
Okay, you need etiquette. You need $60 worth of coin.
Okay, and you said the Salisbury steaks are worth
3
how much?
Salisbury steaks is worth 15. Well, technically 3 Salisbury steaks is worth $16 dollars in credit.
Okay, perfect.
I have a bunch of those too.
You would need
So I give him
9. Technically 10.
okay, that's fine. So I give him 10 Salisbury steaks.
Okay, you get a. Let me check real quick here again.
And actually, I'm sorry, I want to get an unarmed book as well if it's in there. Which would be 75 total.
So you need 3 more steaks.
That's not a problem. We have 40 steaks total.
Okay, so
We're down.
I'm trying to
13.
remember how many points each book gave.
The first one you gave us was a plus 10 book.
Okay, yeah, the books are all plus 10. So
Okay.
you bought a science book, right?
I bought medical, science, lockpick, explosives,
Slow
and
down.
unarmed. So, yeah, no problem.
Medical,
science, lockpick, explosive, unarmed.
Okay, so you give him the 13 Salisbury steaks.
So I have 7 left.
Okay, what would you like to find now?
I would like to look at guns.
Oh, my good friend, looking for a bit of hunting? What shall you be hunting? I do have a good selection of guns here.
Excellent, excellent.
Insight.
And that's a insight. Okay, there we go. I forgot what it was. It's only a 13.
Okay, so you are limited to... The guns you are limited to are low-grade pistols. He pulls out, for I have here, my friend, the best kind of pistols that you can see. I have a 357 Magnum revolver, a 9mm pistol, a 556 pistol, and a one-of-a-kind Silence 22 pistol.
How much is the silenced pistol?
Oh, well. I'll be right back.
Sure. No
I gotta
problem.
find this in my notes.
Robbie, did you look at the gun list while he was saying it?
I did not. But he said low-grade pistols.
Yeah, but they're not called that when you look at the gun list. So we got a 357.
Where?
It's in the weapons. There's a weapons PDF.
So I cannot find these PDFs.
I downloaded them all off of the Quest board when we started.
Can you send those to me? I may have them. Let's look.
I just
I
dropped
made a
it
little
into the
folder
chat.
with all of them in there.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I downloaded all of them. I just put it into the chat for this.
Okay, I found the Fallout cheat window. Or the reference sheet.
So the 357, the 5.56, the 9mm, and the silenced 22.
Yes, I believe that's everything he said. What I want to do is I'm probably going to maybe we get rid of some of these rifles because we have 3 of these varmint rifles.
Yeah.
So to do my due
we could-
diligence, right?
Yeah.
I bought a 1956 gun trader's guide
Oh, nice.
where you could phone in and, you know, call in the gun you wanted.
Back when guns cost like $3 fucking. Yeah.
So 240.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that was a Colt 45. 1 minute. Model you're looking at is a 150.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I thought that'd be a little cool thing is that since this is an encounter, that I'd actually have an actual gun catalog
No, I like it.
from the 1950s.
So what I'd like to do, and I gather up everybody's varmint rifles and the 357 Magnum that we have.
Mhm.
And I'd like to see how much you can give us for these, and I can put it towards getting some other weapons from you. We've just been using these, and we want some new, something new to hunt with.
He says, yes, I completely understand. Those varmint rifles, though, they're quite used and not exactly in extremely pristine condition. But I can get you something for them, I assure you. Look through my catalog real quick.
Sure.
Just take a minute.
I mean, you're fine, man.
I try to be somewhat speedy with these things because I don't want you waiting around forever.
Shopping trips are shopping trips, man. Everybody knows how that works in D&D.
So normally
remember that.
normally a varmint rifle is 120, but because of the heavy use of them, as well as, you know, everything you put them through, he's only going to give you 80 for them.
Okay.
So that's 80 times 3.
Okay. And then we have a 357.
So you're already at 240. the gun you were trying to get was 130.
Well, I want to get another gun. I want to get 2 guns.
What other gun do you want to get?
Will you go over the list again? It was 357, which we had. You said a 44 or a 45?
You have access to a 357 Magnum revolver, a 9mm pistol, a 22 silenced pistol, or a 5.56 pistol. You purchased a silenced 22 pistol for 120 out of the
Okay.
current money that you have, which gives you $110 to spend.
Okay. Well, we will keep the. Okay, we'll keep the 357 then. Okay, so then we
You
give
could
them
try to
farming
barter
price.
with him to increase your
Yeah. Let me see what I can do there.
barter skill point check
Barter. Sure.
out of
That's a
200.
30. Okay, sure. How do I roll? Just roll that again, or how's this
So
work?
with your 2d100, you would do, instead of a 1d100 roll, you would do a 2d100 roll.
So I got a 32 and a 64 for a 96. My skill is a 93, so I would fail if I did that right.
No, what I mean is that you're
Oh.
rolling 4 dice here.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it's 2d100. The one is, so it's 138. So
Okay. So I rolled it, and I rolled fucking. I got 189, so I definitely failed.
So you're not able to raise it beyond low-grade pistols,
Sure.
but you currently have
That's fine.
110 credit. So
Yeah, that's fine, and we can bank the credit, and move on to something else.
he hands you the 20mm pistol. Let me get that for you on the chart.
Yep. Silence 20. Everybody, remove your rifle.
So you're getting the silenced pistol, and he's giving you in for free 1 ammo case.
Perfect.
And the ammo case is different than a box of ammunition.
Okay.
You got a case. So you have 45 pistol ammo now.
On top of what he had, so he's got like 100 shots. Awesome.
The silenced
roughly, yep.
pistol does do less damage, but it is silent, meaning that it doesn't give your location away.
Yeah.
Oh, are you giving that to me?
We'll figure all that out in a minute. It was too good to
Oh.
pass up.
Okay, cool.
You just see me in the zone wheeling and dealing with the guy at the minute, as I'm just kind of like, hey, hand me this thing. Okay. As soon as we finish it, we'll do that piece. So the next thing I want to look at would be armor,
Okay.
and that's Another. That is a 24.
Oh, very good. And he plops. I'm not going to do the whole,
that's
catalog
fine.
section thing. Catalog bits died now. But it's still kind of funny. So he searches it up. 1,604. As it stands, we do have a good bit of armor, and you have access to some of our finer selections. So you now have access to all light and medium armor, as well as mid-tier headgear. So anything that is below a 4 DT in terms of headgear.
Okay. And I've got the chart thing pulled up, so I'm just making sure. So that's not glasses. That's hats, right?
Headgear.
Oh, headgear. Okay, cool. I wasn't down far enough yet. Sorry, I'm trying to get.
You do have access to glasses and hats, although if that's what you want to do. Of course, that would be a different section, hats and glasses, but...
Okay. No, I'm fine. First time we're doing this, so I'm trying to figure it out to make sure I'm looking at the right spot.
Yep. So we'll start with headgear. What headgear would you like to purchase?
Okay.
Anything below a 4 DT.
Yeah, I'm looking now. So we've got some stuff here that would give us some perception. That would be pretty good. Oh, no, that's it. Damn. I saw the one that was like rad resistance 5. And I was like, yes, one of those. But that won't do that. Now the value, that's how much he's charging in dollars.
Divide the value by 2, that's the dollar in credit.
Okay. There's a lot of really good choices here, so...
Yeah, take your time.
Sorry.
Mm.
And you said 4 and lower. So I'm thinking, not that.
Remember to pay attention to the health condition as well.
I don't know what that is.
Health condition is how much condition rating it has before it breaks.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, like, say, for example, like the Raider Psycho, it has a condition rating of 15, or the Raider Blaster Master helmet has like a DT of 1, but gives you like extra guns, but it has a condition rating of 15 health.
Now, if something breaks while we're out in the field, like we can go somewhere and repair it, or is it done?
If something breaks, it depends on how it breaks, right? So if you have armor that is broken, and you can repair it on your own, depending on your repair skill, right? So if it's like a low repair skill, it might repair it a little bit. High repair skill, obviously higher, repair it fully. If you, say, had a broken headpiece and you got shot in the head with a broken headpiece, it would break it forever.
Okay.
Enough abuse and they just will break forever.
So I'm gonna get a. Let's go with a kid's police helmet.
In the headgear section?
That's under helmet. Yeah, headgear. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 40. So you said it's half of that, so 20. You said I have like 110 left.
So minus that is you have 90 credit left. So you're getting that for the kid, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. And I can get any armor under 4. So let me just look at the other stuff. Oh Jesus, that's just more fucking.
Any
must be
light
special.
or medium armor that is under a 4.
Okay. So Sorrow's outfits could be a little better. Okay, there is no medium armor below a 4, so that's fine. So the light armors only.
For medium armor, it would have to be below a 10 and below for medium armor.
Okay.
But you'd probably only be able to get one of those, plus more credit.
Sure. I think I've got 90 credit left. And we've got more stakes we could sell them. I just feel like we need to get some more armor. I've got DT4 from the lab coat. Yeah, I mean, you two, if you want to look and start, help me pick out something, like, so we can speed this up, that'd be.
Where am I looking?
Light armor.
There, yeah, there's a. I don't think I put it in there. Let me go
You
that
should have
in
all
there.
the docs.
Yeah, she was having problems finding them, so I threw it in the. I threw one of them. I threw the weapon one in the chat. There's the armor one. I just threw it in the chat too. Is there any, like, I don't know,
What
social
about just straight up
connotation, like-
leather armor? Oh no, that's the 6. Never mind.
So if we've got, like, I don't know, Raider Blastmaster armor, like, is there any kind of negative connotation? Like, you walk in town, they're like, oh, it's Raiders because we're in Raider
You're
armor.
dressed like a raider, so if the town doesn't like raiders, you're gonna look like them.
Gotcha. So same thing with, like, the NCR.
Yep.
People would be like, oh, it's those guys.
Well,
Okay.
NCR in this world would be like one of the other factions, but I can list it out.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joey, there's a DT4 radiation suit that's only 60 value.
Well, I saw that, but it's only got 15 health, meaning it's very, very likely to get fucked
Broken.
up
Yeah.
real quick. Like, single shot will puncture the suit and it will be useless. I'm kind of thinking maybe a suit of the medium. I don't know.
I don't see any 4s in the medium though.
No, he said we could go to 10s on medium because there's.
Oh.
So I mean, really, there's only a couple of suits of armor that we could get.
That marked tribal looks pretty good.
Sure. but we
Seems
can't
kind
afford
of neutral.
that. We can't afford that.
Yeah.
Take the value and cut it in half. And
I
that's how
see.
much- That's how much it costs.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it does seem good. It carries it's a good price tag as well.
Raiders Raider,
Want
NCR is
to-
Black Corks, and the Brotherhood / Big MT is Tech Faction.
So once again, there's the option of my crowbar.
I almost feel like we should hold on to that.
I mean, we still have the electric gauntlet.
I mean, we could ask him. I mean, I got
mean,
you
A
So I
little
got
bit
you.
of working, and I'll have the Death Claw gauntlet too. That'll be 3 melee weapons.
Okay. What would you give me for this fine crowbar? And I show him
Well,
the crowbar.
this crowbar looks to be well designed, although it's not anything that I recognize from our sales. Sell a pitch on it with your barter skill. What's so great about the crowbar?
Well, this is a one-of-a-kind crowbar, and
What was your barter skill check?
I rolled a 76, and
Okay.
I needed a 93.
Okay. Sell me your pitch.
This is a one-of-a-kind unique crowbar. This will open anything. This is not your standard run-of-the-mill crowbar. I got to look at the block on it again. Sorry, I forget because
You're
A little
fine.
bit of tinkering, and it can be electrified.
yeah, it's got some special thing with it, and I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. So, give me 1 second to look.
Has a fusion battery slot.
Yeah, so this crowbar, you can hit somebody, and when you do, it can numb their arm. It can also have a fusion battery, a fusion cell put into it to make it even better. So it's not your standard everyday crowbar. This thing, if you hit somebody in the head with this thing, they are done.
Quite a good sell, I must say. That should add about... Let's see... Okay. You have a total of 900 credit now. As he takes the
So that would
crowbar
get
and
us-
pockets it, and he displays your credit total of you now have 900 credit.
Yeah, let's get a couple of trying to figure out what to get here. Oh, Legion Explorer armor. I guess that would just be a different faction here now.
The Legion Explorer armor would just make you look like wildmen. Nothing like negative per se, like maybe negative like in high society stuff, but like
Yeah, well, I was just remembering the Legion was in one of the games, and you look like fucking Roman legionnaires.
you would look a little
Oh.
bit weird with a shit ton of armor like that on, but like it's fucking wasteland. Crazier shit's happened.
Yeah.
It would just be an armored suit. You look like
Yeah.
knights.
Yeah, let's get some of those. How many of
Okay.
these do you have?
Well, how many are you getting?
2.
Nothing for the kid?
I have a lab coat that is +4 already,
Okay.
so I don't need
So
one.
minus the value of the Legionnaire. It's one value, 60, 120 minus 120. We now have 780 credit left over.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to
I'll just put that in the
Head
chat
gear.
real quick.
yeah. Let's see, headgear. Mhm. Let's get 2 of the trooper helmets. Oh wait, no, how much do we have left?
780 credit.
780 credit. Okay. Can we get a marked
I don't know
beast
why you,
tribal
what were you gonna do?
headgear, marked beast tribal helmet?
Okay.
All right. And then
How many of those?
1 of those.
You're down to 380.
Okay. I think we're okay. A breathing mask.
Let me see that real quick.
Oh hell. Actually, wait. Whoa, this must be special shit, right? I'm
Which
guessing I
one?
rolled in the special stuff. So it's right above light armor.
Oh, you mean the rebreather?
Wow. Yeah, I just hit that whole little section, and that can't be accurate of like what's available. I'm assuming this is special stuff.
No, the rebreather is available to you.
Okay. What about the Ulysses mask?
Yeah?
Okay, I'm gonna take 1 of those.
You'd have enough for 2.
Okay, yeah, let's get 2 of those.
You're up to 130.
Okay, let's see. All right, we got too many helmets though. Because those are that's still headgear, right?
The mask
So
is in conjunction to a headgear. So it's a mask. It fits over the face, but it doesn't cover the head.
oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's. I want to get another one. How short are we?
You're at 130.
We're at 130, and these should be
You
125,
need
right?
125, so you could get another one.
Yeah, so we'll have 3 of those total. Okay. And then I think the last thing's going to be medicine stuff.
Okay.
And that's another D20. And that's a lot.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 17, so it's a 27.
Well, my dear friend, it seems you can get a lot of medical supplies. So you have access to, like, stim packs, drugs, and, super stims. Or, like, you have access to Radax. He doesn't have any Radaway on him, so it's military grade shit.
Okay. How much is it? Or where is it at in the books?
So it's not in the book, as I didn't have full itemized list, as things vary, but for... I'll just type out stuff.
So I show them what we have, which is like...
$10. You have 10 credit.
Yeah, we have 10 credit. That's fine.
You can get with that 2 healing salves.
Okay. I've got some other things you may or may not be interested in that maybe I can get a little bit more. I'd like to get some Radex.
Well, my friend, I would like to do more bartering with you. However, my cap of bartering has been met.
I understand. That's fine.
He grabs his
and
book. But I shall see you anew, my friend. Another time, perhaps, but you've got a good number of stuff. I shall come back another time. You may see me on my travels. Toodaloo. As he kind of like hovers off.
Okay. Well, that was a lot of shit.
Alright, so how are we doing?
Well,
What?
so you have a lot of stuff that you can allocate, starting with the books. Who's getting what?
Okay, so the books, the top 2, so science, medical, and unarmed are all Virgil.
Oh,
Are you wanting to read them now?
yes.
Okay, so in your character sheet, you're going to add a +10 to those skills.
So science, medical, and unarmed.
Yep, you add a +10 in the int plus.
That's gonna become 20. Gonna become 10.
If it's tagged, it works a little bit differently.
Yeah, none of these are tagged.
Okay.
And that'll become 15. Done.
Alright,
Okay.
the lockpick and explosive are for Jackie.
Okay. Increase those stats. Lena by 10.
Now those are both tag skills for her.
Okay, so the way that it works for tag is that it's the skill book doesn't give a +10, instead just gives a +5.
Ah, okay.
So it would be a total of 8.
5 times 3.
Yeah,
Oh, so it would be 15.
15
18.
each. No. Yeah, 15 each.
Okay. And she's got a 3 in the skill, so that's why she was saying she currently has
Yeah.
a 3.
18.
So yeah, add +15. Yeah.
Okay. So that was lockpick and explosive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Done.
Did you pick your perk for your level 4?
No, I am having problems getting the PDFs to open.
Okay.
So I'm not able to look at any of that right now.
That's fine. I'm sure we're getting to the end of this at 11 o'clock, so that's not a problem. You and I can have that fixed before the next session.
Now moving into silence pistol. Who you giving it to?
Virgil, here you go. And some
Be aware
bullets.
that I still have the 357.
That's fine. Currently, you have all the pistol stuff.
I'll delete the
Okay.
crowbar from your inventory.
Yep. So you have the pistol and the case of bullets now. If we need to do something different because we run into an ammo shortage and whatever, then you can give me one of the pistols. We'll work all that out.
Sure. And is
But
that
you-
just a case of pistol bullets, or is it specifically the 22?
It's just a case of pistol bullets.
Okay.
I'm not doing ammo types. If we did that, then y'all be
Thank you.
fucked a long time ago.
Thank you.
That's true.
For now, generic until otherwise said.
Okay.
I still need more testing on whether, generic bullets work better than just, the type bullets.
It's all on how much micromanagement you want to do in your game. At some
That's
point,
true.
Mm-hmm.
the micromanagement goes from being a hurdle to being an obstacle in playing the game.
Yeah. Which is why I'm, for right now, doing generic, just to get a move of things on. But if it becomes to a point where you guys are able to stock load it, then I might start doing the weapon type variant.
Yeah, I understand.
Got the pistol.
Okay,
All
next up is the kid's police hat.
I want to do that one last. That's like a present to. It's going to her, but that's gonna be like a present
Okay.
to her.
So, next
So
up
if you want to put it on her character
is-
sheet, that's fine. But like role play wise, just so we don't
Yeah.
forget it. But role play wise, that's gonna be like the
the
last
two
thing.
metal breastplates.
That's gonna be for both of them.
For,
For Virgil and Lena.
okay,
It's a chest piece, right?
yes.
Yep.
So add a 4 DT and 120 con to the condition instead of 100. So you wouldn't change the max condition rating, you would just put 120 in the first slot as it's over repaired. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, so
see.
it can never be repaired back up that high.
No, unless you have a expert repair skill.
Okay, cool.
So like if you have close to 200 repair skill, yeah, you'll be over repairing shit often, but it can never go higher than 100 normally.
So I
Okay.
think I did that right.
First number, not the second number.
Yeah.
And that was a metal chest piece.
Metal breastplate.
Yeah, metal breastplate.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I forgot what all we bought. Brotherhood. Oh no, never mind. You made that list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then next up is the one marked beast helmet. Who's that going?
Wait, I think that was the wrong helmet, or I read it wrong.
And you said marked beast helmet, so
I may have said the wrong helmet because that would be a gun for Jackie, but that's not. I wanted no, I said marked beast tribal helmet, which was the 250 credit one. They gave 3 to weapons, 3 to melee weapons, and 3 to unarmed. That's why the total dropped so quick. Yeah, no, I wanted the
it's
marked
done
beast
and
tribal
dusted
helmet.
now.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize we wrote the wrong one down because I was getting that one for Robbie.
Oh, I guess you could just give the energy weapons to
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll give that one to Jackie because she's using the energy weapons.
I'll just change it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care that we lost. I mean, if you just if you did it all as credit or whatever anyway, so it is what it is. You know, if we
Melee
got some
plus
extra healing
2.
out at the end or whatever, it's fine.
What was it? Melee plus 2 and what?
It's melee weapons +3, unarmed +3.
Okay, it's changed.
Okay.
So you have a marked beast helmet now.
Yeah, marked beast tribal helmet is what it says in the book. And that one's for you, Robbie, so you get +3 to your unarmed and melee, so you can maybe be able to punch people now. I don't know. I'm trying to get your unarmed skill up so you can do this. So I got you +13, best I could do. And then everybody gets a Ulysses mask. I don't know how you want those marked.
What do you
on the
mean?
character sheet. Well, on the character sheet piece.
You would just add the plus in the plus int. As long as you have the armor on. So if you remove the armor, you just remove the plus.
Okay.
Okay. So we just change the vault suit headpiece to be a +4.
That makes
No, you would
this
change the
13.
you would change the name.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
You would change the name of the item to the marked beast tribal helmet, and then you would do the +3 in the DT slot.
Right. Yeah. No. I know. So yeah, that one was for Robbie. Yeah, he's changing his helmet. I said for the Ulysses mask piece that you said was
Oh, the
added.
Ulysses mask? That would go under shield.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Oh,
So everybody
okay.
gets one of those.
The way this passive radiation resistance will work is that just like Radex, it'll absorb up passively the radiation until you reach the criteria.
Okay.
So you can think about it as like a per day thing. You have 50 rad resistance per day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Until the mask breaks, obviously, but
We're gonna fix that if we can. That's for damn sure. Okay. And then now we have. Plus 50 rad resist per day. Okay. And then we got some medical supplies, whatever you tell us those were.
you were only able to afford 2 healing cells.
Okay, perfect. I will update that on my list.
In doing so, you pull out from behind you, your roleplay moment now with Lena. How do you want to handle that?
So, Lena, you were so brave when you got shot. I got you a present here. And then
Ooh, what is it?
And then I pull out the kid's police helmet.
What? She jams it on her head. This is so freaking cool, man.
And that should give her +1 perception.
I missed what you guys said we were doing about where the radiation resistance goes.
I put mine under notes at the bottom.
Yeah, you just put it in your notes.
Okay.
It's a 50 resistance per day. So you'll say you take 20 rad damage, right? Goes into it, 20 out of 50. And once you hit 50, then you start taking rad damage. Also, because it is absorbing rad damage, uniquely its condition only goes down when it takes rad damage.
Cool.
So it has about 2 full uses before you have to repair it.
I'm okay with that.
Just
What
put
was the
mask
stats
in
on the
parentheses
police
next to
helmet?
it.
That
Police
gave me
helmet
+1
is
perception.
no. The kid's police hat is 1 DT and 50 condition.
It says 1 DT, 1 weight, 40 health, or 40 value, 150 health, +1 perception. Unless I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Let me look at this real quick. I might have noted it wrong in my thing. Name, headgear. I'm getting tired. So yes, you are correct. The health is 150 plus 1 perception. 1 DT.
Awesome.
So it has an over health of 50. Or
Oh,
over
crap.
repaired of 50.
So that lets you change your perception now to a 12. Assuming that stacks with the other +1 perception item.
Yep,
I
because
don't-
glasses are considered a mask type, not a helmet
Okay.
type.
My chest piece got erased. What was the DT on the metal breastplate?
Breastplate is a 4 DT.
And was there anything or a DT or a condition on the Ulysses mask?
Plus 50
It's-
radiation resistance.
So the DT is 3, and the condition is 100. And then +50 rad resistance per day. Like, I'm super happy with how this shopping trip turned out. I was getting very worried how we were going to handle this with no caps found yet.
Luckily, you found the elder salesman.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
switching maps real quick before we end session.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, I don't think I cleared out the guys from before. There we go. I'll need to clear out their tokens.
We got some killing to do.
No, they were 2 super mutants, a robot, and a Deathclaw. You were not going to kill them.
That's what the last Deathclaw said. That was so lucky. That was so lucky that the damage was just fucking stupid.
It didn't copy your tokens. I gotta go back and copy those. The Destiny. Why is it not doing this? No items in clipboard. Fuck do you mean no items in clipboard?
Sound like me talking to my computer.
Oh man, I'm sitting here looking at these the guns and shit. One of them's a recharger, 50-foot range, laser energy pistol. It only does 2d4 damage, but it never runs out of bullets.
Yup. There should be if he included it in the list, there's another one that's a rifle called a microfusion breeder.
I think it's in
Does
there.
a similar thing.
Let's see.
Recharges bullets over time.
I don't see one of those, but
The microfusion breeder is a same thing as the recharger rifle, just does more damage, but it's a mod. Or you can buy
Oh,
it
is
as
it?
it's a mod, or you can buy it as a special gun. But there's only one of them, so kind of like the Gauss cannon. It's another legendary item.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was added with the Gunrunners DLC.
Yeah, I didn't get any of the DLC weapons.
Ah.
Yeah, no, the recharger rifle is very good if you just want to have like a nice spam gun.
I mean, it's
Isn't-
good. It's really good when you start running out of ammo or when they're starting far away. A range of, a range of 50 feet.
You have now reached. Let me get these tokens here. You have now reached a destiny.
Huzzah!
We shall pick a destiny back up in the next session.
All right. Did the cow